Hello, Diego. Can you hear me? Hello, Brian. Can you hear me?
Hello, yeah, I hear you.
Okay,
How are
good.
you?
Fine, thank you. You?
Fine, thanks God. That's good.
Hey, cool. Mm,
Where,
I'm going to share the link with the volunteer.
yeah, where is the volunteer is Daniel Trujillo, right?
Yes, it's Daniel Trujillo. I'm searching his email. You have to
And
send the
you said
link.
me I I must I must to show him an article, some like that, something like that. And I prepared uh, a short text to show
Okay,
him.
good. Yes, so today is our writing activity. Good.
I'm here. Um, who else will be in the class? Will join in the class?
I think only we, you, Diego, and I.
Diego, Alejandro, and who
Yes.
else?
And yes, no more. Only
Four, totally four.
only we.
Okay.
Yes, I have two things to show to Daniel. I have a translation of a video from YouTube.
What?
For today, I prepared a translation of a video of YouTube,
I
and yes,
I only prepared a short text to show him.
okay, good, it works. And yesterday in the online class of A1 and B2, we did an exercise about phrasal verbs. I think
Yeah.
that maybe he could check this exercise and correct him.
Oh, and it goes with the exercise. Funny. It was funny.
Was only create sentences with yes with phrasal verbs.
With the phrasal verbs. Oh,
Hmm.
I I hate that phrasal verbs.
Yes. Do you hate phrasal verbs?
They are very confused. I don't know. I I have a question. Yeah, I must to show my screen, share my screen, or I can send the or can I send the file?
I think that is better if you show your screen, but if you want only send the file, it's okay.
Show him in the screen share.
Yes, I think that is better if you show your screen, your window.
Okay, okay. Hello, Alejandro. Alejandro.
Yeah, hello, hello. I am Diego. Yes, I call with you. In my cell phone have microphone, but on my PC I haven't.
Okay.
Are you
Eh,
connecting in your cell phone?
What?
Are you connecting in your cell phone?
Yes, in my cell phone. I in my PC.
Yeah. I I see two. I watch two contacts
Yes,
like Alejandro.
yes,
Yeah.
Alejandro, Daniel already has the link.
yes. But I sent him, but I don't know if he look.
Okay, okay. Mm,
Can I to drawing book volunteers?
I think maybe yes, maybe
I'm
we
going to
should
share.
share the link in this group. But I'm not sure if Daniel Trujillo is in this group. I'm going to check.
That
Ah,
that will
No,
be in a moment.
I think that he is not in the group. So,
Dani.
last one. Who is last one?
Ah, uh, but can I share or not? Better not.
Yes, share the link. Share the
Yeah.
link but right, that is from the online class with Daniel Trujillo, specific Daniel Trujillo, because maybe other volunteer can think that is the online class of him or her.
Okay. Hi, Dani. Dani will join in this class.
What?
Sorry, what?
Dani will join in this class.
Yes, but he
So, 10 with 10. Daniel tried to get into the class.
I don't know. Alejandro, do you know it? Do you know it?
What?
That the question of Giovanni from
What is
Giovanni's
the
question.
sorry, sorry, forgive me.
The last Tuesday, we had a similar problem with Mark. We had class with Mark, with Sarmiento, Mark on my but he never appeared.
But Daniel, answer me. Wait a minute.
Yes, Daniel answered you.
Yes, he said me. Wait a moment.
Okay, good.
The Tuesdays classes are in Spanish, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
that the class in Spanish is with Michael.
With Michael, but
Yes,
is on Tuesdays.
I don't know really. No, I think that the Tuesday is only in English and the Saturday 1 hour is in English and 1 hour is in Spanish with the sport of Michael.
In the afternoon is with Michael, right? Right.
Yes.
Who will be will who will join in the class?
I'm going to be in this class, Angie said me.
Yes, and he said if Michael uh, if Michael can do do it, you join in his class, in the same class.
Michael,
Michael.
Michael.
Daniel, we are waiting you.
Diego, do you have something prepared for today?
Yes, it's short reading.
Alejandro, did you send the link to Daniel?
The email?
Did you send the link to Daniel?
Yes.
Yes, it's sent, Lord.
Wait, wait a minute. Yes.
Okay. Daniel is from Colombia, right?
I think so, but he
Yes.
lives in Canada.
Okay. He's Colombian. He is Colombian.
Yes.
Look, look. Wait a minute. Look,
Ah, I will be there in a moment. Okay, good.
Daniel, you.
do you
We
believe
have
me?
to wait a moment. And in the case, need to work it forever.
Hello, Daniel. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Daniel?
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Yes. We,
So,
Right, brilliant. So you have some documents to show me?
Yeah, me.
All right, who wants to start?
I'm
Uh,
going
maybe we can
to
start with Brian.
Yes,
me.
yes.
Yes.
Go right ahead.
Okay, I'm going to share the screen.
Yes, please.
This is my topic: objective moral values.
Are you sharing anything?
So, this is my topic.
Mm, I can't
I
see
would like.
your screen.
We still can't see your screen, Brian.
Ah, sorry, moment. Yeah. Now,
No.
can you watch?
Oh yeah, there you are.
Yes.
Okay,
This is my topic: objective moral values.
right.
Uh, read it.
I want you to read the first paragraph. Yes.
What are the objective views? If we speak about objective moral values, we say that something is right as opposed to wrong. The wrong is immoral, independently of human opinion. That is, regardless of whether what it is. That is the definition.
Right. Yes. Okay, let's talk about the problems that you have in the first paragraph. The first slide, you establish your title as objective moral values, and then you simply ask what are. What are what? What are you talking about?
About the moral objective values. Okay.
Right. So you
I
need
must to add that.
you have to. Yes, you need to say what are objective moral values. There are two reasons for that. The first is that the title is a separate entity from the text. Okay? In reality, the title it is not part of the text. And in that sense, if you want to talk, what? If you need to reference the objective moral values, you need to reference them again, like that. There you go.
Okay. Now, what are objective moral values?
Yes.
Now, okay, it's right now.
Okay.
If we
Now,
speak about objective, yeah.
the second problem you have is the one that we just created, and is that if you say what are objective moral values, and then you say if we speak about objective moral values, see, you're repeating yourself. You're saying it too many times. So the
Okay.
second time, I want you to replace that with something else.
Can I right?
Yeah, please. I think I would say something to the effect of referencing them indirectly.
Now? Oh.
Okay, try this. Try this. Consider that the first thing that you did was asking a question. So now that right there where you are, try to start answering that question.
Okay.
If anybody has a suggestion, go ahead and say it.
Right? No?
So you're saying that the objective moral values are right by themselves, just like that?
to know if something they are the best to know if something is right.
Oh, I understand. I know what you're trying to say. And in that sense, I need you to say they are the basis, okay? Not the base, but the basis. Let me put the word on the chat window. Like
They are
that.
the basis to know is right. And here the comma, yeah.
No, you don't need a comma there.
They are the basis to know if something is right as opposed to wrong.
Okay, pronunciation, opposed.
Opposed.
Very good.
Okay. They are the basis to know if something is right as opposed to wrong.
Opposed.
The wrong is independently. How do you pronounce?
Oh, well, the pronunciation there is independently.
Independently.
Very good.
Okay.
Now, I want you to change something about what you have in parentheses. Because
Okay.
look at what you're doing. You're saying they are the basis to know if something is right as opposed to wrong. The wrong is immoral. I think I can understand that. Okay, I think that's something that I can deduce from what you're saying. But if you want to specify, I would replace the first three words for just the word or, the wrong or immoral. Okay, just to specify it, but not to explain it again.
Okay. The wrong. Yeah, like this.
Go ahead and change it.
Can you repeat me, please?
Or
Or
wrong,
right.
as opposed to wrong or immoral.
To wrong or immoral, right?
Just there, that's better. Because in that sense, you're only explaining what is wrong. You're only trying to specify a little bit what wrong is, but you're not trying to define it, which is unnecessary. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Right.
Okay, now let's keep going. You were saying independently of human opinion, that is, regardless of whether someone believes what it is. Okay, you have a little problem at the end of that sentence.
Yeah. What is the mistake?
Regardless of whether someone believes what it is. You're trying to say that it doesn't matter if someone believes it's right or wrong. Things are going to be right or wrong no matter what. That's it?
It doesn't matter.
Well, what I'm trying to get at is I don't understand your use of the word what. I don't know what you're saying, why you're saying it.
What it is.
No, you can don't move regardless. That's okay. That's good. Regardless of whether someone believes what. I wouldn't say what. I think I would say probably that. Or even I would take out the last three words. That's good. But another way that something else that you can do is simply say regardless of whether someone believes it or regardless of what anyone believes. Let me put it on the chat window. Okay. Now consider this. Regardless of what anyone believes. Consider this. If you say someone, you are most likely trying to talk about a specific person. Okay? But if you say anyone, then it doesn't matter. You're talking about just about any person.
Any person is better?
Anyone.
Anyone?
Regardless of what anyone
Okay.
believes, because it doesn't matter. It's not important. It's irrelevant.
Better?
A little, but look at my suggestion in the chat window. It's a different one.
Could you write me, please? I am having troubles with the.
The way that it reads is this way. Independently of human opinion, that is, regardless of what anyone believes.
Of what? Okay. Of what? Okay. What? Now,
Regardless of what anyone
regardless
believes.
of what anyone believes.
That's perfect. That's good. All right, let's keep going.
This topic, because due to the postmodernism, the people are believing all is relative.
Mm-hmm. Keep reading, please.
You define what is correct and what is wrong, but that is a big error. Because if the morality is merely subjective or relative, you can know with certainty what is really right or wrong. The society can define the morality.
All right,
Therefore, it's
let me stop you
reasonable
there, right?
to believe.
Okay. Okay. In the second line, you're saying the people are believing all is relative. I see two problems there. The first is your use of the article the. You do not need it. Okay? You're saying the people, but there's no need to say the people. You can just say people. Okay? Probably in Spanish, it is necessary to write the article to say la gente, but you don't need to say that in English. You can just say people.
Okay. Are we living all is right? You define what is correct and what is wrong.
Hold on, because there you have another standby, because you have another problem. You're saying all is relative. I understand what you're trying to say, but in that sense, it may be better to replace all with everything.
All could be.
It may be best to say everything is relative.
Better?
No, not maybe. Everything is relative. Do you see it? But then, okay, that's good, but then erase the words. There you go, yeah. That's good, yeah, leave it like that. Okay, now you're saying that is a big error because if the morality is merely subjective or relative, you can't know with certainty what's really right or wrong. Okay, I have a suggestion for you. I would prefer that you write because instead of cause.
Okay.
Okay, there's a reason for that, and listen to me, everyone. English has a lot of abbreviations, okay, things like that, cause, or don't or can't. That is good to say, but the general recommendation is not to write it.
Okay.
Okay, you want to use that when you're speaking, but not when you're writing.
Thank you.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay, thank you. Because if the morality is merely subjective.
Stop there. You have the same problem that you were having with people. You were saying the people are believing. Here you are saying the morality is merely subjective. You do not need to say the morality.
Only more.
Yes. Okay, pronunciation merely. Morality is merely subjective.
Relative.
All right, keep it up.
You can't know with certainty.
Can't know.
Can't with certainty.
Certainty.
Certainty. Certainty. What is really right or wrong?
All right.
The society can define the morality.
Okay,
With
pronunciation point.
article, right?
Society. And yeah, you can take that out.
Society.
Society can't define morality. Good.
Society can define morality without article, right?
Exactly.
Can define morality. Okay. Therefore, is in a standard out morality without article, right? If morality is defined by the society, this is only a matter of opinion, has no right to be above of the opinion of another person. That is arrogance.
Okay, stop there. Stop there. Let's correct the problems that you're having.
Okay.
Starting at therefore. Therefore is reasonable? Not really. See, in English, you do need to mention, you need to reference what you're discussing. And in this case, you're discussing the fact of believing in an unchanging standard of morality, all right? And in that sense, you want to say it. Therefore, it is reasonable.
Therefore, it is.
Yes.
Okay. To believe in an unchanging authoritative standard outside of yourself. If morality is defined by the society, this is only a matter of opinion, and your opinion has no of the opinion of another person. That is arrogance.
Okay.
Right?
That is okay. That is good. I mean, it's clear. I would not put the last sentence in parentheses.
With comma? I separate with comma?
I think I would separate just with hyphen. Because you're giving an explanation. You're trying to define what it is to consider your opinion to be above that of someone else's, which is arrogance. But you're trying to explain it, right? You're trying to give something additional.
What I have to do when I want to give an explanation.
If you're trying to give, well, this is a separate topic. This is something called relative clauses, and in this sense, because what you're about to say is not strictly necessary, you may just want to separate it with hyphens, not with commas.
With hyphens?
Hyphens, guiones.
With hyphens? Okay. Yeah. Or in this place too. In the final, the word only in the, only here or
On both ends, at the beginning and at the end.
at the end, and the end too.
Yes.
Okay, like this. Okay. Or mistake. There or mistake.
Okay, show me the rest of the text, please.
What? Show what?
Show me the text.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, finish reading.
We need an standard beyond that that show and teach us what is correct and wrong. Yeah. And that standard can be something or someone other than God.
All right.
That's all.
Now, there are a few problems here. All right. There's a few problems. Think about what you have to do when there is a verb in third person, right? So in this sentence, you have two verbs. You have three verbs actually. You have need, show, and teach. All right. The subject for the first verb, which is need, is we. We need, and that's good. Okay. But then
Okay.
the problem is with the other two verbs, show and teach. Those are not in first person. Those are in third person, right? The standard, which is it. Okay. Now there is something that you need to do with those verbs because they are in third person. What do you need to do?
Right, like this with it.
No, you need to put an S at the end of the verb. We need an external standard beyond us that shows us and teaches us.
Okay. Okay. Yes. I. Yeah. Shows and teaches us.
Okay. Put it in the text, please.
Now.
Yeah.
Correct. Shows and teaches us what is correct and that standard can be something or someone other than God.
There is one final mistake. You do not need to put the colon between than and God. There's no need for any sign.
What I have to do?
Quítale los dos puntos. Erase the colon.
Okay. Something or someone other than is in Spanish. Aparte de.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's one way to express it, and you're doing it okay. That's good. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Again, a review. Objective moral values. What are objective moral values? To know if something is right and as opposed to wrong or
Opposed.
immoral. Opposed. Thank you. Opposed. As opposed to wrong or immoral. independently of human opinion. That is,
Independently.
regardless, independently, right, thank you. Independently of human opinions, of what anyone believes. This topic is relevant because you people are believing everything. You define what is correct and what is wrong. But that is a big error because if moral power is merely subjective or relative, you can know with certainty what is really right or wrong.
You can't know.
The social, you can't know. Okay, you can't know with certainty what is right or wrong. Society
Society.
define society, right? The society can define morality, therefore it is reasonable in an unchanging and authoritative standard outside of yourself. If morality is defined by the society, this is only a matter of opinion, and your opinion has no right to be above of the opinion of another person.
Wait a second. We have one more
External
problem there.
standard.
Hold on, Brian. You're saying your opinion has no right to be above of? You do not need that. Above the opinion or above that of someone else. Okay, so you need to erase the word of.
Above of.
Yeah, you don't need that word. You can take it out.
Okay, right now
Yeah,
has no right to be above the opinion
that's it.
of better. Okay, has no right to be above the opinion of another person. That is arrogant. We
Great.
need an external standard beyond that. Continue.
Yeah,
We need an external standard beyond that that shows what is correct and wrong. And that can be something or someone that God.
that's good. Perfect.
Am I correct? All
You're okay now. Who's next?
Okay, Diego, do you want to continue or can I start with my text?
okay.
Diego.
And you, Giovanni, you.
Okay, Daniel, I made a translation of a video from YouTube. I'm going to share my screen.
Please do.
Uh, okay. Do you want to have the link of the video or only the text?
No, let's just work with the text. That's fine.
Okay. The 96% of the universe. Hello, welcome to Celetencia. Okay.
Hmm.
A lot of things that surround us are made of matter. The air, the water, the grass, and the matter is made principally of atoms. And it is the atomium. It represents a crystal of iron increased one 165,000 millions of times. Each sphere represents one atom. It could seem a big increase, so that you put in perspective, if this figure would be increased 1,065,000 millions, no, 165,000 millions of times, it will take up all the volume that take up all the water of the earth. It could make to you to think that you have a lot of atoms in your body, and in fact it is like that, but the atoms only represent a 4% of all the things that are in the universe. What happened with the other part of percent?
Okay, stand there. Stand there for a moment. Let's see about the mistakes you have there in the first part.
Okay.
96% of the universe. I'm going to tell you the same thing that I was telling Brian, and it's that you do not need to write so many articles all over the time.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let's just start with there. 96% of the universe, that's okay.
Okay.
Now, point of pronunciation. When you were reading the word air, you read something different.
The air.
The air.
Air. Okay. The air.
Okay. Now, here's a little something for everyone. When you're using the word for example, the air. Okay. Listen to the way that you have to modify the pronunciation of that word depending on the word that follows. Okay. In this case, you're saying the air.
The air.
Exactly. That's good. But if I say, let me look for another example that you have. The title. You were saying the universe. Okay. I'm not saying the universe. I'm saying the universe.
The universe. The universe.
The universe. Okay. But with air, I'm saying the air. Do you hear the difference?
No, really no. The
Well,
air.
I'm not saying the. I'm saying the.
Ah, okay.
All right. And that makes it. And the reason for this is that it makes it simpler for you to pronounce it. Okay.
Universe.
The air. You see that?
Yes. The air. The universe.
Okay. The water.
The water.
You see? Now we are saying the air and the water. They're two different things.
The water. Ah, okay. Okay. Understand.
Great.
The air. The water. And the grass.
The grass. Okay, but then that leaves us with the point of the article. You were saying a lot of things that surround us are made of matter. The air, the water, the grass, and the matter is made principally of atoms. There's no need to use all those articles.
It's not necessary. For example, like that.
Well, the air is okay.
Ah, okay. Water, grass. Okay.
But look at the other reference that you have. You're saying a lot of things that surround us are made of matter, and then you say the matter is made principally of atoms. The point is that there's no clear distinction between the two topics that you're dealing with.
The two surround us are made of matter. The air, water, grass, and matter is made principally of atoms. How can I make more clarity?
I have an idea, if I can say it to you.
Okay.
Let's take it from the beginning. You're saying a lot of things that surround us, and then everything that surrounds us is made of matter. But then you want to provide examples. So what you can say is a lot of things that surround us, such as the air, the water, and the grass, are made of matter.
Like that is better.
I would say the air. Let's see how I will put it. The air, the water, and the grass. Yeah, in that case, it would be okay to use the articles.
Okay.
The air, the water, and the grass.
Grass are made principally of atoms.
Okay. Now, there you want to mention the matter, right?
Yes, we have to mention the matter. A lot of
I would
things.
say.
And this is the only. A lot of things that surround us and the grass are made principally of atoms. Are made principally.
Okay, you have two concepts. Atoms and matter. You're saying
Yeah.
that these things are made of matter and matter is made of atoms.
Ah. Okay.
Okay, that's one way to do it. Good.
Okay.
Okay, now stop that sentence there with a period.
No,
Okay.
very good.
And now you want to start talking about the atomium.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there is the atomium. It represents a crystal of iron increased
Stand by.
100.
Diego, wait a second. Hang on. It represents because again, as we were talking,
Yes.
as we were discussing with Brian, you see, this is a third person singular. Good.
Yes, yes. True.
But let me ask you something. The atomium represents a crystal of iron?
Yes, it's a figure made of I don't know what it's made, but it's a giant representation of a crystal of iron, a particle of iron.
Okay. Okay, so it's a representation. That's good. Perfect.
Yes.
It represents a crystal of iron increased 165,000 millions of times. Okay. Now, in the word thousand, that's singular. That's not plural.
Uh,
165,000 millions of times. Okay. Each sphere represent or represents? What do you think?
each sphere represents, I think, because it's singular and it's an
Because
object.
exactly because you're talking about the sphere,
Uh-huh.
about each sphere
Each sphere,
individually,
yes.
individually, right?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. This following sentence is not clear to me. It could seem a big increase. What are you trying to say with that?
Esto podría parecer un gran aumento, como un gran incremento. It could seem it increase.
Mm-hmm. Well, in that case, then maybe we need to use a different adjective because if you say big, well, it is big. The atomium is large.
A large.
No. I mean, that's just a synonym. What I'm saying is, it doesn't really give me the. It doesn't really convey the fact that you think or that it may seem too much. Okay, it doesn't tell me that.
So I need to use another adjective different to big.
I think you need to reformulate the entire sentence.
Okay, it could.
But let's see. But don't do anything yet. Let's see what else you're saying. It could seem a big increase, so that you put in perspective if this figure would be increased 165,000 millions of times. You see, the point is that from the moment when you start that sentence, the word it,
Okay.
I'm not understanding what you're trying to say. So why don't you explain to us what you're trying to express, and we'll find a different way to express it.
O sea, yo lo que intenté decir fue como que esto podría parecer un gran incremento, como que el atonium representa pues un cristal de hierro que está incrementado 165 miles de millones de veces. Entonces esto, el hecho de que esté incrementado 165 miles de millones de veces, podría parecer un gran incremento. ¿Sí? Eso es.
And?
Y después, para que lo pongas en perspectiva, si esta figura, para que lo pongas en perspectiva, si esta figura se incrementara, pues a su vez, otras 165 miles de millones de veces, esto tendría el volumen que tiene toda el agua de la Tierra. Esa es la idea.
Okay, then we need to reformulate the entire thing. All right,
Okay.
let's start with from the beginning. From the beginning, you're going to separate with a period the words atom and it. Okay, because you will begin to discuss a different idea. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So each sphere represents one atom. Okay, now we stop there. All right?
Okay.
Exactly, right there you were. And in that case, I would not use the word it, I probably just say this.
Okay.
Okay? This could seem a big increase. Let me reformulate. I'm going to write something here in the chat window if you have access to it. And then I think this would be a better formulation. Because what we want to do is try to make the reader understand a comparison, correct?
Yes.
We're trying to help them. We're trying to help them put it in perspective, just like you said. So if we say something like, if you think this is big, like that, do you see it?
Okay. If you think.
So imagine that. Imagine that you're telling your reader, if you think, you just told them this is an iron crystal
Yes.
blown up 165,000 million times. Now, if you think that's big, then imagine something else.
Okay.
All right?
It works. If you think it is big. Oh, right.
So, don't use the word that. If you use this, because that it is not referring to anything.
Okay.
This makes the direct connection to the point that you're making.
It is.
No.
Can try to imagine it.
Imagine.
Imagine. Like that? Can try to imagine.
Okay, yeah, that's better. Then if this figure
Will be increased.
No. Let's use the word was. If you think this is big, then try to imagine if this figure was increased, okay? What you're using there is a conditional. Okay?
Yes. If this figure was increased.
Increased.
Increased. Increased.
D at the end.
Increased. Okay. Wait. Increased.
Good.
Of time it will take.
Okay. Let me stop you for a minute. When you say this figure, you refer to the atomium?
Yes.
Okay, then reference it again. Because if you read the entire text, there is, how can I say this? There's too much distance between the word atomium and the reference you're trying to make to it. Okay,
Yeah,
so it's not clear. Okay, so let's replace this figure for the atomium.
It is atomium, okay. Was increased millions of times. It will take up all the volume that take up all the water of the earth.
Okay, you're repeating yourself. Take up all the volume that take up all the water.
Yes, I use the same.
Let's change that a little. You're saying it would take up all the volume of what? What volume?
All the volume.
It's the volume of the water, right?
Yes, of all the water of the earth.
Okay, then erase the second take up. You don't really need that.
And all the water of the earth. Ah, yes, sure.
And then replace that with off.
Oh. All the water of the. Okay.
All right, that's better.
Yes.
Now, it could make you think.
It could make you.
Yes?
Okay, yes, but it could make you think. You have a lot of things in your body.
But the atoms only represent 4% of all the things that are in the universe. What happened with the other part of percent? Okay, you have two mistakes in the final sentence.
What happened with the other percent? But,
First with the verb happening, with the verb happen, okay? What happens?
Yes.
Okay.
The other part.
Okay, think about it this way. If you ask what happens, think about the answer. Okay? What is the pronoun that you use for the answer of that question?
It?
Exactly. That's why the verb goes with S. What happens?
This is a third person. Okay.
Exactly. Okay, so what happens with the other part of percent? Let me suggest a different formulation.
Remaining. Okay.
That's better, yeah. Con lo que queda.
Remaining. Yes, I think that is better.
You understand what I'm doing?
Yes, you replace the other part with remaining.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about is the expression. You see the point of the expression there?
Remain.
Do you see the reason for it?
No, really no.
Okay. You're trying to ask if atoms are only 4%, you're trying to ask what about the rest? Okay?
Yes.
Okay, but if you have 100, okay, and you take 4 out, then you have this 6% that remains. Okay? That literally translates into lo que queda. ¿Sí? El resto.
Sí.
That's what I'm trying to say here. What happens with the remaining percentage? Okay?
Okay.
All right? Okay, keep going.
Surely you already will have thought in the dark matter and the dark energy, those commonly names mentioned when we talk about the universe. Effectively, currently, although we don't know almost anything about these two things, we believe firmly that make up the 96% of all the matter and energy of the universe. So we could say that we only know the 4% of it. But little by little, we know more about this mysterious and significant 96%.
All right. Your point is very clear, but your translation is probably a little too literal. Let's see. Surely you already... Okay. First, you do not need to say will in that point, because you're talking about you're talking to your reader in the present moment. Okay? So surely you have already thought about dark matter. And not in, you want to say about.
About where?
About that dark matter.
About that. The dark matter.
No. Directly. Remove the article.
Okay. About dark matter.
Exactly. Yes. Okay. Now this is it's a very common mistake, and I understand it coming from Spanish, but you don't really need to mention you don't really need to use that many articles. Okay. You have thought about dark matter, and the same thing in the following sentence. You're saying and dark energy. Exactly. You do not need that at all.
Okay, those commonly names
Okay,
mentioned
explain to me why you're using the word commonly.
comúnmente, aquellos comúnmente nombres mencionados. Commonly.
Then you need to change it in Spanish as well. Nombres comúnmente mencionados. So, names commonly mentioned.
So,
Because there you have to think about it this way. What is commonly? The mention of the names or the names themselves?
no, the mention of the names. Yes.
Precisely. So commonly needs to affect mentioned, not names.
Okay, yes. Those names commonly mentioned. When we talk about the universe, effectively, currently,
Okay,
um,
there, it's too heavy. Effectively, currently. Okay, two gerunds there. Take one of those. Take one of those out.
I think that the currently.
Okay.
Currently, we don't know almost anything about this.
Stand by. Two things. Although we don't know almost anything, I would suggest a different formulation. I would say nearly anything.
Will you say what? Sorry,
I wouldn't say almost anything.
almost anything.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say nearly anything.
Nearly.
You know that word?
Nearly. I think that nearly. Yes.
Nearly anything.
Okay.
Okay, but do you know that word?
Yes, like cercano, cercanamente.
Well, yes, but the point here is that if you say almost,
Yes.
it is more commonly used in a positive sense. Okay,
Ah, positive. Okay.
as if you were saying, "I am almost finished." Okay, so it's positive, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here you're being negative. You're saying nearly anything. Okay, you see my point? So
Yes,
you
yes,
have,
I
so
understand.
you do need to say something that will that will work with a negative connotation like what you're saying here. Okay, we don't know nearly anything.
Okay, almost is for positive.
Well, you're being negative here. You're saying that you don't know about dark matter or dark energy.
Yes, yes, I use in a
So you're
negative
being
sense.
so you're being negative.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, the next mistake, this, okay, that's plural.
This is only for singular. Okay,
Exactly.
and this is for plural. Ah, okay.
Very good.
We believe firmly that make up the 96% of all the matter and energy of the universe.
Hold on. When you're using a word like firmly, the same way that you used currently, you need to use it before. We firmly believe.
Ah, okay, yes, to affect belief.
We firmly believe.
Okay.
Now, what do we believe? We believe that dark matter and dark energy make up 96% of matter and energy in the universe. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Then the word that needs to be replaced by the word they.
They,
Mhm.
really, they make up, yes, really, they make up the 90% of all the matter of and energy of the universe.
All right. You need to remove the article.
Ah, yes. all, of all matter and energy of,
They make up 96%, not make up the 96%.
yes, here too.
That's good.
All matter and energy. Okay, so we could say that we only know the 4% of it.
What is it?
Universe.
Okay.
In this case, it's universe.
Do something. Okay, let's do an exercise. Read again, starting from the word currently.
Okay. Currently, although we don't know nearly anything about these two things, these two things, we firmly believe they make up 96% of all matter and energy of the universe. So we could say that we only know the 4% of it.
Do you see the problem?
Maybe it's the same problem of before that universe is so far of it.
Not
Or
exactly. Not exactly. But the article is unnecessary.
is unnecessary?
The article, it, the. We only know.
Uh, we only know. Ah, yes. The article.
There you go.
Okay. But little by little, I found this expression in word reference, but I don't know if really the people use.
It works. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it works. It is not very common, but it works. It's good.
Okay. But little, we know more about this mysterious and significant 96%.
You have two problems. We know little by little. Okay, when you're saying little by little, that gives me an idea of a progression.
Yeah.
Okay, but then you say with the verb that you use, you're saying no. Little by little, we know.
Maybe it's better we are learning.
There you go.
We are learning. Okay. Yes, it's true. We are learning more about this mysterious and significant
The
96%.
second, okay, you have another problem, and it is the word these.
About
That's not plural, it's singular.
mysterious and significant. Oh, okay. It's mysterious and significant.
Let me explain. You're talking here about a percentage, 96%. Okay, you're not talking about dark matter or dark energy. You're talking about 96% of matter in the universe, but you're referring to a singular subject. Okay?
Yes, it's true. Is
This mysterious.
is like say by little we are learning more about this 96%.
Precisely. Precisely. Okay.
And okay, maybe we would make only 2 paragraphs more.
Okay. Yeah, let's work on one more paragraph, and then I'm gonna ask you to send me that article, that piece, to my email, and I'll correct the other mistakes you have and send it back to you. Okay?
Okay, thank you. Dark matter, dark energy. We have both. Why have both this adjective? But basically because neither of them sends out or receive electromagnetic radiation. In other words, they can't be seen, and it is the biggest problem. It's hard to understand the constitution of something that not even can't be seen.
Okay. From the beginning, dark matter, dark energy. Why have both this adjective? What adjective?
Dark, in this case, dark.
Okay. But as a general rule, if I have to ask you for a clarification, or if I have to read it more than once to understand what you're saying, then maybe it's not clear. Okay? So what I would suggest would be to ask specifically the question of why both dark matter and dark energy have the adjective dark. I would specify that I'm asking about dark.
Maybe in this case we will use, or we should use, this.
No, because no. You don't need that. No. Take out the parentheses because they are not a separate subject. I mean, they are not a clarification.
Okay.
They are the very subject that you're discussing. So you need to leave it. You need to leave them there. Okay.
Dark matter and dark energy.
Okay, I think I would ask it this way. Let's see, dark matter and dark energy. Hold on, Brian is asking a question. The parentheses are, let me answer Brian's question.
Okay.
Okay, the parentheses are, they are something that I would use if I were giving an additional piece of information that is not strictly necessary. Okay, thank you. Now, let's see how I would reformulate this. Why?
I have both dark matter and dark energy. This adjective.
But what adjective? You're not specifying the adjective.
Yes, we have. Let's say dark. Maybe dark.
Okay. But let's reformulate the sentence a little bit as well. Why both? So let's take out the word half at the beginning. Okay. So why both dark matter and dark energy? And there you need to put a verb. Perfect. Okay, so basically because neither of them sends out or receives. Look at the structure the structure problem that you have.
Basically because neither of them sends. Sends.
No.
No?
In third person, sends or receives. Okay.
Because I think that is without S because I am using them, and them is for they.
No, good point. But you are actually referring to neither.
Neither.
Which is individual, okay? Neither of them sends out or receives. Ninguno, ni A ni B. You see what I'm saying here?
Yes, in this case. The subject in this case is neither.
Well, neither of them.
Neither of them, yes.
But what determines the verb here is neither because it's individual, okay? You're referring to the dark matter and to the dark energy, but in individual form.
Okay. Yes, because I am using neither.
Exactly.
Individually, H1. Okay. Neither of them sends out or receives electromagnetic radiation. In other words, they can't be seen. And it is the biggest problem. It's hard to understand the constitution of something that not even can't be seen.
Okay, now we have a few more problems there. In other words, they can't be seen. That's good. And it is the biggest problem. Let me make you a suggestion. Replace the word and for the word which.
Which?
Because you're giving an explanation here, okay? You are making an explanatory connection between the fact that they can't be seen and the fact that that precisely is the biggest problem.
Yes.
Okay? Which is the biggest problem. So that's why. So there, after problem, put a period, and then you make an additional statement. It is hard to understand the constitution of something that can't even be seen.
Can't even?
Okay. Bear in mind that when you're saying can't, you already have the negatory there. You're already saying can not.
Yes.
So you didn't need to say not can't be seen. It's too much.
Double negation. Yes, it's not necessary. Okay. Okay, thank you, Daniel. I think that.
Yeah. Let's stop there with you, but please send me that to my email, and I'll send it back to you with my notes. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. Who's next?
Diego.
Okay, already. Sorry. Wait a minute. Okay, look. Okay, is this? It's an article about abortion.
Mm-hmm.
Look. Already?
Okay, there it is.
Okay. Abortion. Throughout our history, the abortion has been a topic not just spoken by religion or by moral. Even the human rights talk about this. For example, at the Article 3 says everyone has the right to the life, liberty, and security of person. So, what does it mean? Let's see.
Okay, let me stop you there.
Okay.
Let me stop you there. First problem, and is the use of articles again in the title. The abortion.
The
Simple. Abortion. Good.
okay.
Okay. Pronunciation point. The first word. Read it again.
Through,
Through.
through,
Through.
through.
Good. Simpler.
Okay. Through our history,
Okay, so through our history,
the abortion or only abortion?
Not
Okay.
necessary to say the, just abortion.
Okay. Abortion has been a topic not just spoken by religion or by moral.
Why do you say spoken?
So I try to say the religion or the moral talk about that.
Okay, but I would use a different verb because speak it just literally translates into hablar. Okay.
Okay.
So if you were to read this in Spanish, you would be saying ha sido un tema no solo hablado por la religión. You see the problem here?
So
I would use the word discussed.
discussed
Discussed.
by religion or by moral.
Okay, what is moral in this point in this text?
Moral.
It seems to me that you're discussing an institution, okay? And if you say religion, I can understand that. But if you tell me moral, then this is something very abstract. I'm not really sure what you're trying to say by discuss by moral.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to change that a little bit.
I don't know if well, I don't know, by people?
No, I mean, I want you to conserve, I want you to keep the point of morality, okay? But I don't want you to just say moral because it's not clear.
So, moral. Yeah?
That's better.
Okay, wait a minute.
Okay, let's keep going.
Yes, sorry. Okay, even in this case is right semicolon, this, in this part.
I would say a period.
Okay. Okay. Even the human rights talk about this.
Let me ask you some. That part is okay. But let me ask you a little question. The human rights talk about this?
Yes, look, the next part. For example, at the Article 3 say everyone has...
Okay. Hold on, Alejandro. Article 3 of what?
about the human rights.
Of the Declaration of Human Rights.
Yes.
Okay, then specify that, because if you just tell me the human rights, I'm thinking that the human rights are a group of persons.
So is good parentheses?
No, 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 not parentheses. Just
No?
don't say the human rights. Just say the Declaration of Human Rights. Okay?
Yes.
So even the Declaration of Human Rights
About this.
talked about this. For example,
For
and
example.
I wouldn't use the article at. I would use the article in.
What?
In, not at the Article 3, but in Article 3.
Yes. In the Article 3. Okay.
No, in Article 3. Remove the.
Sorry.
Take the article out.
Okay. In
Good.
Article 3 says
Said?
everyone
No.
has.
No, 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 no. Wait. Hold on a second. For example, in Article 3, it says, because this is not something that was said once in the past. Okay?
Yes.
This is a declaration that exists today. Okay?
Yes. Okay. Wait a minute. Sorry. Wait a minute. Hello. Okay, already. Sorry. Okay. The Article 3 says everyone has the right to the life, to the life.
Okay, I have another point before that. In Article 3, it says, because you're referring to the Declaration of Human Rights.
It says,
Yes.
okay, it says, everyone has the right to the life,
Life.
live or life, life,
Life.
sorry, right
Okay,
to life.
but let's make a pronunciation point here. When I say vida like that, then you want to say life. Okay?
Life. Okay.
Okay? If you say live, as in L-I-V-E, I'm writing it down. Okay? Live. Then that is an adjective.
Okay.
That is a verb. I'm sorry. That is a verb. I live. Okay? Yo vivo. See?
To the live.
No, no, no. I'm just trying to explain a pronunciation point. What you want to say
Okay.
there is life.
Okay.
Okay? Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of person. Is that the literal text from the Declaration?
Yes.
All right. Keep going.
So, what does it mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay. First of all, let us have a look. Wait a minute. This is not good. This is bad. What is an individual?
Mm-hmm.
According to the Oxford Dictionary, the word individual is a living being, an animal, or a vegetable, who
Yeah.
belongs to a species.
Who
How do you
belongs?
pronounce this
Species.
word?
Species. Okay,
Species or
but it seems you're missing something. Who belongs to a species. Okay, to one.
yes, species
To a species.
or okay, sorry, a species,
Species.
a species.
With S at the end.
Okay, yes.
Who belongs to a species or a genre. Okay, keep going.
Consider
Considered.
independent of the other people.
Independent.
Independent of the other people.
You're not saying the. Independent of other people.
What?
Independent of other people. I have a question there. Of other people?
Of other people or another people?
No, that's okay. But I want to know if that's the literal definition from the Oxford Dictionary.
Considerado independiente de otras personas.
Yeah, but my question is that you're using the word people right after talking about vegetables and animals.
Oh, yes. But what can I use in this case?
I would say
Other
independent of other members of the species or other individuals.
individuals.
That's good.
Yes.
Keep going.
Okay. So, is a fetus a person?
Fetus.
Fetus a
Mhm.
person? The first pregnancy stage or a fertilization?
Okay, hold on a second. Are you saying pregnancies with a possessive S?
Yes.
You don't.
Pregnancy stage.
You
No?
don't need that. No, the first pregnancy stage. You don't need the S at the end.
Okay. Wait a minute. Um,
Okay, keep it up.
okay. Stage or fertilization is the joining of egg and sperm.
Hmm.
How do you pronounce this word?
Which one?
The, the
Development.
development, okay,
Development. That's perfect.
development fetus according to Dr. Richard Darwin in his
Wait a
book.
minute. No. Wait a second. You're saying development the fetus.
Yes,
You're talking about development of the fetus?
yes,
Then put the word.
of the fetus.
Okay, is that the second stage of pregnancy?
Yes, the first.
Okay. Oh, that's still the first pregnancy stage. Okay. So the first is fertilization. And okay, but then you're missing a connector between the two ideas. You're saying that the first stage is fertilization, which is the joining of the egg and sperm, and the development of the fetus, right?
Okay, wait a
So you
minute.
need something to join those two together.
And
And very good. And the development of the fetus or development of the fetus. That's good. Okay, keep it up.
according to Dr. Richard Dawkins in his book The God Delusion, an embryo, how do you pronounce
Embryo.
this? Embryo,
Embryo.
okay. Embryo starts to feel in the moment when its nervous system develops.
Okay, wait a second. An embryo started to feel in past?
I mean, start is only start.
Put it in present
Start. Yes.
with S because it's a third person, the
Okay.
embryo. Okay? Starts to feel. Okay, keep going.
Start to feel in the moment when its nervous system develops. On the fifth week after the first stage.
Okay, then I have a question. Why are you using parentheses?
For specificate,
To specify?
eh, specify in which moment the nervous system develops.
Okay, but then I'm going to refer you to the answer that we were giving to Brian a few minutes ago. Okay, normally when you put something in parentheses like that, you're including a piece of information, an additional piece of information that is not absolutely relevant or important for the text.
Okay.
But the way that I see it, I think that you need to say when exactly the embryo starts to feel. Okay, so the nervous system develops on the fifth week, right?
Okay.
I think that's not just an additional piece of information. I think that's very important.
Okay.
So take out the parentheses, just so that it is part of the text.
Okay. What can I put or only this?
No, that's good. It's just that don't put it in parentheses. That's all I was asking you to do.
Okay. A system develops on the fifth week. after the first stage.
Okay.
So, can I have an abortion at 4 weeks?
Mhm.
According to Dr. Tolkien and the Dr. Steve Pinker, it's a decision of every person.
Okay, let's stop for a moment. Look at the way that you're talking about the two doctors. According to Dr. Dawkins and the Dr. Steven Pinker, why are you saying the?
Sorry, it's a bit. Okay.
I know that it is a habit, but and this is for everyone. Think about not writing in Spanish, not thinking in Spanish and then writing in English. It doesn't work because that's when you make mistakes like that. Okay?
Okay. Okay. So,
Okay.
Steven Pinker, it's a decision of every person.
Okay. Let's wait for a moment. It's a decision of every person.
Or each person.
That may be better instead of every. And it's not even true because if you say every person, you're including men and women.
Yes.
Okay? And that's not true.
Maybe each woman.
Much better. Hold on. No. Wait a minute. You want to say woman because it's
Sorry.
singular. If you say women, that's plural.
Okay. It's a decision of each woman.
It is the decision. Okay? Because they make the decision. Each one of them. Right?
Yes.
But let me suggest a different formulation. Look at the text that I'm writing.
Okay. Okay. It's the decision of each woman. Okay.
Alejandro, do you have access to the chat window?
What?
Do you have access to the chat window?
Yes. Yes. Sorry.
I sent something in writing for you.
Sorry.
Okay. And now, just a little clarification here. If you know this, if you don't know this expression, this literally means depende de cada una, depende de cada mujer.
Okay.
Okay. As if I say, for example, it is up to you. That is,
Yes,
I'm
I think.
asking you to decide something. Okay. Whatever you want, up to you.
Okay. So, but this opens another question. Or I think in this case is if, no this.
No.
In this case. No, is
No,
right?
no. You are correct to say this.
Okay. But this opens another question. Who has the decision? Okay. In the last paragraph, say the woman. I think this is not necessary.
No, it is. It is necessary because you're talking about two things. It is necessary because in the previous paragraph you were saying that the doctors, okay, they think that it is up to each woman, right?
Okay.
But here you are asking then who has the decision? Who is going to make the decision? You're asking a different question. It's a different subject. Okay?
Okay. The most common argument by women is my body, my decision. And could be a good argument. But what happens if the father wants this child?
Let me stop you there. One moment. With the previous text, I suggested a change from and to which. And I will suggest it to you again. Okay? Because you're saying the most common argument is my body, my decision.
Yes.
Which could be a good argument. Okay?
Okay, sorry.
Instead of and. So think about it like this. If you're saying and, you are adding something else. And you're not really adding anything else. You're simply explaining that this has the potential of being a good argument.
Okay. Okay, which could be a good argument. But what happens if the father wants this child? Because normally when the father declines responsibility, I think responsibilities, not
No, that's good. Responsibility.
okay,
That's it.
of his son, the law is the law obliged. How do you pronounce this?
Obliged.
Obliged. The law obliged to pay for child feeding, and and so what can we do in this case?
Okay, let's see about a couple of problems you have here, because normally when the father declines responsibility for, not of.
Or
Yeah, for, because it is the man who is responsible for that person.
okay, for his son.
Hmm.
The law obliged.
And wait a second. Another problem is the use of the word son. If you say son, you're just talking about men. You're saying hijo.
Okay,
Okay.
child,
So exactly, child.
his child. Okay,
Good.
the law obliged to pay for
Oblige
child
who?
feeding.
Wait a minute. Oblige is who?
Obliged um, to him,
Him.
maybe. Oblige him. Okay, oblige him
Okay.
to
And then,
pay.
yes, that's good. Now, this is not entirely necessary, but I would suggest a change. Do not use the word oblige, but rather the word force. Okay. The reason for that is there's a little difference in meaning between well, not between, for the word oblige. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, the meaning of the word oblige is more something like, let's see, as if I have an obligation towards the country or the church or the foundation. Okay,
okay,
and that is not what's happening here. What you're saying is that the father would be forced by law to pay for his child.
okay,
Okay, like he doesn't have a choice.
okay.
All right.
Force him to pay for child feeding. And I think it's a period, no? It's better.
Yes, of course, because it's a different thing.
Okay. And so, what can we do in this case?
Keep going.
Okay. Actually, this question don't have answer because we have a lot of options, such as religion, moral, or I forget this one. Religion and moral, no? Religion and moral. Moral or morally?
Okay, no. Like, let's try to explain what you're trying to express here, because you may have a small problem. Let's see. Actually, these questions don't have answer. Okay, the questions don't have answers. They're plural, both.
Okay.
So actually, these
So,
questions don't have answers.
okay, yes. So, answer.
Okay,
Yes.
because we have a lot of options, such as, okay, explain to me this. Religion is an option for this.
Oh, okay. I think in this part I try to say options depend on the person, yes, on the people. For example, it's different if you believe in God, if you don't believe in God. Yes, I think for me, in my opinion.
Okay. Okay, I see your point. But what I'm trying to say is, and that's something maybe you can include it in your text. But what I'm trying to say here is a lot of options, such as religion. I do not see how religion is an option. I see how someone can have a religious opinion, okay,
religious,
or how someone can have a religious option,
religious
okay.
opinion.
Maybe you want to reformulate the entire sentence. These questions don't have answers because there are religious opinions or religious points of view, and there are moral points of view, or maybe you can even add there are personal points of view.
So, religious point of view.
That's an option, yes.
On moral points of view or personal points of view?
Okay, think about this. There's religious points of view and there are moral points of view. Okay, but you don't need to repeat the phrase points of view. You can say religious and moral points of view
Okay.
because you want to apply that to both.
So religious such as religious and moral points of view.
Mhm.
Finally, what is your decision?
Your decision or your opinion? Think about that.
Oh yeah, opinion. I think it's opinion because if will be decision is because you are pregnant.
Very good.
Opinion. What is your
Okay.
opinion?
One final thing, I want you to reformulate the beginning of that sentence. Actually, these questions don't have answers because we have a lot of opinions, such as a lot of options, such as. Okay, I want you to change that part because
Yes.
it's just not clear. You know that there's no direct connection between having a lot of options and then talking about religious and moral points of view.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Do you have an idea for that?
in this part,
Mm-hmm. For that.
oh, sorry. I don't know. I think it's better. Sorry. If I rate it, we have options such as or some options.
Okay, let me formulate a different option. I think I would say something like, actually, these questions don't have answers because there are religious and moral points of view.
Wait a minute. There are religious and moral points of view.
Points of view, Alejandro.
Of of what? Sorry. Can
View.
you? Um. Okay. Points of view. Actually, these questions don't have answers because there are religious and moral points of view. Finally, what is your opinion?
Good. Very good.
Okay. Thank you, Daniel.
All right, gentlemen. Thanks a lot.
Okay, Daniel, thank you very much for the class. Anyone have more questions or?
Hold on. Brian is asking me a question in the chat. He says I have a question. Why a species? Okay. So Brian, is your question about the s at the end of species?
Yes, sir. In the last article, in the Alexander's article.
Mm-hmm. So you're asking why I'm saying species instead of species, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason for that is the origin of the word. Okay, is the fact that the word is derived from Greek, and in Greek, if you want to write it, in Greek, the way that you would take a Greek word and write it in English or in Spanish, normally it has uh, the let's see, how can I explain this? The translation of the word, or the transliteration of the word normally has an S. I mean, it's just the way that Greek is constructed. Okay, so it is because of the language of origin. Okay.
Okay.
Let me give you another example. Let me give another example. There is the word. Do you know that word? The word that I just wrote?
Oh
Yeah.
You know what that means?
No, I don't
House.
know.
It means house. Exactly, but it's singular. Okay. So essentially it's that. It's the language of origin. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is transliterate?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. Daniel, sorry for this. I would like I would like to to ask you to how do you say pedir?
That's good. Ask.
Ask some advices to translate. Could you give me some advices, but I for another medium to contact?
You can write to my email as well.
Okay, okay,
All right?
yeah.
Okay. So I will expect your email. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Daniel. Nice
Thank
to
you, Dan.
meet you.
Good Saturday to all.
What
See you.
what is where is your email?
Joanna, you can give it to him?
Yes, I can give your email to Ryan.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, gentlemen.
Thank you. See you.
Bye. Thank you.
Where is the email? Oh, Ryan. Okay. See you, Alejandro. Diego.
Okay. See you, Giovanni. Bye.
Thank you.
See you.